Good morning, anglers. This is Anglers 48. I'm coming here from Port Mansfield on the north side of town. I just got here. I just landed this very nice little trout, undersized. I'm here on a Sunday, the 23rd. I'm trying to see if I can drift a little bit, see if I can get the spot. I'm fishing with live shrimp. Behind me I have a couple of setups. I'm gonna be working a jig. I'm gonna be throwing a spook, top water, and I'm gonna be fishing off the bottom. So, but for right now, I was able to land this little dinky trout. I'm gonna let it go right there. Let's go ahead and get to work here at Port Mansfield. Texas Tandem was wondering how come I wasn't posting any videos, and it's been kind of slow, anglers, for Anglers 48. Dinky trout. Yeah, small trout. Se lo llevó, and I reeled it in, and when I felt it tight, les tiré. Yeah, was it isolated? I don't know, pero se me fue para abajo 2 veces. That's Tony. He was able to come today, and I'm fishing with popping cork with live shrimp, and it's an old popping cork, anglers. An old popping cork that was there. It's got the beads, the heavy beads, and those beads actually make a clanking sound when you pop it. So I did put 2 shrimp to improve my odds. I have a triple hook, so that's the angler. He's gonna we're gonna be pacing ourselves, trying to make it to the cove. We did run into some problems. He ended up getting a flat, but was able to make it here. So I'm gonna probably be helping him out, change the tire out. So, but yeah, Texas Tandem was asking me if I had posted any new videos, and I told him I haven't been able to. And I mean, I have. I was able to come maybe a week or 2 ago, overnight. But the thing is, overnight I can't cast any videos. I'm not able to shoot any videos during the nighttime. So in a sense, for video purposes, it's kind of like a wasted fishing trip. You know what I mean? I don't have the sophisticated equipment to be able to film at night. So there it goes again. Fish on. And that's another dinky trout there. I'm like, I do want to buy live. I told myself that I was gonna buy live shrimp, simply because I want to be able to take something home today. I want to be able to take something home. So And again, that's a nice little trouty there, kind of nice right there. Supposed to be 15. You never want to take them. There you go. You never want to take them undersized. You know, that's not very sportsmanlike. You know, we're not dying of hunger, I don't think. You know, where we need to take it. So, you know, it's just one of those things, you know. I mean, the other time I came, ended up catching a red undersized right before my fishing trip ended, undersized. And two anglers who came fishing also as on their own. They ended up taking home two keeper red, two keeper flounder. So that was good for them, you know. That was nice. And again, when you fish for flounder, anglers, it's one of those things where, you know, you're possibly eliminating your chances of catching anything else, because it's a very slow, methodical retrieve, and you got to be very patient, just popping it from off the floor, you know, unless there's a trout. Because I mean, again, trout do also hang around in the bottom. So, but for the most part, the species that you're targeting narrows when you're fishing for flounder. And when you're fishing for other species like red or trout, chances are you're not going to be catching any flounder. And my targeted species last week, like I mentioned, was trout and on the low end slot reds. I didn't want to take anything, you know, 21, 22. Those would be perfect. I was gonna let go of any 25, 26 and over. So right now, even though I've landed 2 trout here, I'm gonna go on ahead and meet up with my partner in crime. And again, I don't want to fish in a single spot for more than 5 minutes. If time passes within 5 minutes and there's nothing, and I head down that way. I didn't get any hits on this one. Either they stole either the shrimp fell off, or whatever was there didn't hit on it on this cast. But I've done that before, and I'm pretty sure some of you guys have done that. You're catching dinky trout, and sometimes you stay there long enough hoping that the next one is gonna be the good one. But what happens is you end up running out of bait, you see. Giving it those quick pops. Something's getting it. Something's getting it. And it's sitting there. and all of a sudden it twitches upwards, and it goes down. In this case, it kind of wants to do it. Okay, so we're gonna move on, anglers. There you go. It's not there. We got the trolling motors. We got the batteries, anglers. What I want to do is I want to be able to register my other kayak and put a motor on it. Very little can you do on this Old Town kayak as far as like attachments. And you need a flat surface to be able to put a railing. And on that rail, you can mount several things to that rail. And you can move it back and forth, you know, those types of things. So again, I don't find myself doing any invites at this time, anglers. The reason for that, again, like I said, I like to freelance. And sometimes, like my partner in crime, he wants to do his own thing, go do some freshwater fishing, or he likes to just hang around in one particular spot. But you know, and I don't want to neglect any of my subscribers on any of those invites. And again, if you catch me, guys, here fishing, you're welcome to tag along. But then again, I want to start, you know, picking up and moving. So, and then I do have a motor. So that's the only deal there. Some anglers may not have a motor, or they may have a kayak with no motor, and it's a little hard to kind of keep up when somebody has a trolling motor, because all you do is boom, go, and that's it. And again, you know what, anglers? I threw the line with no bait. How about that? I'm like, they stole my bait, but I didn't have bait to begin with. So, and we want to go to the cove where I was catching the trout the other time. Again, they weren't, like I said, good trout, big trout, you know, that you're thinking of, but it was just kind of like one after the other, you know. Unfortunately, I had my camera rigged incorrectly, and that was not a good thing. And it's not the first time that I end up goofing on the video. And it is a low tide today, anglers. We are in a low tide at this time, so I'm gonna go on ahead of my partner in crime. So if you want to get yourself a little motor, they sell them at Academy. Este 30 pound thrust on a kayak's not too bad, you know. You barely throwing the floater? Sí, ándale. Looking for some bird activity, anglers. I went very far the other time, farther than I've ever been before, farther than the cove. And I'm looking for blow-ups, anything that would indicate that there are game fish in the area. There are a few anglers, being a Sunday, and it's an exciting time on the Sunday, February 23rd. I normally don't come on Sundays. I'm gonna go ahead and continue fishing, anglers, and so far I've caught three trout. Not bad. When I start getting into the trout or the reds, I will continue doing another video. From Port Mansfield, Anglers 48 signing off.